Welcome, everyone. This is the weekly Toronto DAO Twitter space. My name is Matthew Glezos. I am one of the co-founders of Toronto DAO and your host for the weekly space. Very fortunate to have Lisan here, who's going to tell us all about Sacred Protocol. For those who are regular, Toronto DAO listeners or space attenders, you may have heard about Sacred Protocol, as Lisan has given a few updates on it. But in the last what was it, couple weeks, you've made a substantial amount of updates. So I know a lot of you are probably going to be just as surprised. Even if you think you know everything about Sacred Protocol, you still have a lot to learn today. So thank you, Lisan, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Matt, and thanks Toronto DAO team for setting this all up. First off, guys, I'm in a cafe right now. Is the noise disruptive to you guys? I can move.
I can hear it, but it's not bothering me personally.
No, okay. Just let me know. I can head outside and chat in the patio outside. I'm actually
No, you're
on
good.
the road. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh,
actually
where are
on the
you
road.
going?
No. Like what I mean is like I'm not working from home. I'm just working in a cafe today.
Okay. So do you ever work from home? You're either in a cafe or you're in a co-working space.
Yeah, I work at home like 3 days a week, and I prefer like co-working. To be honest, I'm very how to say extroverted like that. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
uh, yeah,
but there's definitely I'd like to check out some of these co-working spaces soon. I've been held at home, but soon I'll definitely be joining you. But like I said, many of you might think you're all up to speed with what Sacred Protocol is doing, but like I said, a lot of changes have been made recently. So why don't you give everyone a refresher of what Sacred Protocol is and what inspired you to create it?
sure. So what Sacred Protocol is in a tagline or a log line is basically we're a cross social platform tipping mechanism. So what that means is that as a user, you can tip content all over the internet. You don't need to be locked in one social account. And what that means is, if you want to tip someone on Twitter, great, you can do that. But if you want to tip someone on YouTube, you can tip someone with the same app as well. And we've done a lot of background work that in essence, when you're using Sacred, it's as user friendly as possible. Not a lot of like teams do this, but we've done the tipping in such a way where if I wanted to tip someone, I can tip them right away, and they don't need to set up Sacred. They don't ever need to set up Sacred to receive the tip, actually. So I can just uh, easily just find their profile, tip them, and then send them a message that here's a tip. Just prove that you own the social account, and you can retrieve the tip. And we've done a lot of that in the background just to make things as easy to tip as possible. And we're not locking um, people or audiences in one place. Uh, it's a long story to actually that we got to this point. Sacred was actually a lot, several iterations to get to where we are. We actually originally were a mixer. We started out as Sacred Finance, and what essentially was that technology was it was basically Tornado Cash, where if you have your funds inside Sacred Finance, you could earn yield. So that solved a lot of things like it forced or rather encouraged people to stay longer because they earn more yield, and the whole protocol was private. Sending money to each other was not easily trackable, right? It was privacy on chain and completely decentralized. So the hack happened, not the hack, but rather the sanctions, U.S. sanctions on Tornado Cash took place around 2021 on August, and that put a wrench in what we're doing. But we still wanted to like be true to our Web3 ethos. We wanted to help like communities talk to each other and send value to each other. We thought of doing a Web3 forum, but the funny thing about Web3 forums is that after so much work um, building it out and putting it in front of communities on Web3, they don't really care if the messages are on the blockchain. They don't really care about that. They don't really care if the app or the forum app is completely decentralized. It's not what they care about. What they really cared about was the votes, the decisions that they made was on chain. So from there, we our second iteration, which was a Web3 forum, we stopped that, and then we did notice though that a lot of people love the idea where when you tip, or rather gave a thumbs up or points to someone on a forum, they like that you could do the same thing on Twitter. That was our first proof of concept of Sacred Protocol as it is right now. And that was around November, October, November last year, and yeah, like people love that mechanism. We converted those that tipping in points to tipping in USD, and we chose Solana for that because we were on the road to build a AI agent that was able to tip good content on the internet. And the AI agent libraries that existed were very Solana focused. But since then, we've dropped building on Solana, dropped building an AI agent just because the tipping mechanism itself is so much a lot of work. So we're just focusing on the tipping flow and making it as easy as possible. Oh, by the way, how's the sound right now?
So you're cutting in and out a tiny bit, I have to admit.
Oh, okay. Hopefully it's not a VPN issue. Let me make sure that it's not on. But yeah, since then, our first proof of concept was on desktop, tipping people on Twitter, but now we've moved on to tipping on Twitch, tipping on YouTube, and also including live stream tipping. So what that means is if I'm a live streamer and I got tipped on Sacred Protocol, my overlays would animate on the live stream, so people could see what I got tipped. They could even send messages with their tip, and I, as a creator, would have to like deal with it and interact with people. So we just opened up a new way for creators to interact with their audiences.
So I'm going to skip ahead to this one because I think it's a good transition.
Yeah.
How does this differ from like normal tipping? And I say that as someone who has no idea how normal tip. I know, like, I see people like tip creators. I have no idea how to do it though.
So when you say normal tipping, do you mean like normal tipping meaning I'm in a restaurant, I tip my server? Is that what you mean by normal tipping?
Sorry. No, sorry. Like content creators. Like I don't even know how to tip. Like I know how to tip with, I believe I know how to tip with Sacred right now, but I don't know how to tip like in today's method of doing that.
Okay. Yeah, so how it works in traditional Web 2 space is tipping predominantly happens in the creator economy, right? So in a very basic sense, an artist makes some artwork, they put it on a coffee, or buy me a coffee, I think the name of the site is, and people pay small amounts in appreciation, and sometimes they get art for it, right? And it's basically a store where you buy coffee points and then just pass it to the creator. In where it happens in scale is in live streaming. So what happens is, if I wanted to tip a creator right now, I would go to Twitch, I would buy these credits called bits, and then with these bits, tip the creator while they're doing their content. Let's say they're gaming or they're having an interview or something like that, or doing whatever. And you could use the interface within Twitch to send those bits, and it happens in real time. The creator has tools where they can see the tips coming in, and they can see the messages coming in. So yeah, it's basically that concept. You have to buy credits to tip creators with, and that mechanism's true inside Twitch. It's true inside TikTok, and they don't call in TikTok, they call it stickers. You have to buy, instead of sending a thumbs up or a fire emoji, you have to buy the stickers and then you send them. That's how tipping works in TikTok. In YouTube, you buy something called super likes. So instead of a sticker or instead of bits, you buy these super likes. They go for $5 or $10, and then you send the super likes to your creator. How they make money is basically on the purchase. So let's say you bought Matthew. So let's say there was a creator that you really like. You wanted to tip them $10, so you buy $10 worth of bits. What happens is they take your $10, convert it to bits, right? But they only give the creator 70% of the value of those bits, if that makes sense.
This was I have a bit of a headache you explaining what the current process is. That's quite the process. And you know what this reminds me of? With the Xbox 360, when they started this is when you could start to buy like online video games, and you couldn't pay cash or credit or card, I should say. So if a game cost $10, they didn't charge you $10. They charged you $10 worth of points, and then to buy the points, you had to buy a $12 worth of point card. And so you would, in order to spend $10 on this game, you would buy the $12 card, then use $10 of those points, and still have $2 worth of useless points left over. So essentially, this game cost you $12, not $10. And it took like 2 years of people complaining before they said, no, this is dumb. Just charge us $10 right on the thing.
Yeah, but that's where we are right now, right? They charge the fee in the tipper flow. So the tipper wants to send 10, but really, when they take $3 off of that, you know that, because when the creator wants to like take out their bits or take out their super likes, they don't get 10 back; they get 7 back. So they're really charging the tippers.
That's a really high fee.
Yeah, on TikTok it's
50%.
Yeah, so 30% is actually standard. Yeah, if you monopolize your platform, you can really charge that much on your bits. You're basically in control. You're the monopoly of the tipping economy, so you can charge as much as you want.
Well, let's get rid of that monopoly. So
One step at a time.
Yeah. So let's pretend I don't have this installed on my computer right now. Walk me through, like I'm on my web browser. Walk me through it so I can tip somebody $5 right now.
Okay, so like from scratch, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, and do we just to get some assumptions here? Do you have a Solana wallet already?
Let's say yes for now. I recognize most of the people here as crypto people, so we can say yes.
Yeah. Right now, we're in an ideal sense, we have partnerships with onboarding platforms, right? So all we need to do is just integrate them into the app, and then people can buy crypto, and then buy and tip with that. But we're assuming right now the customer is crypto based. So what happens is you go to download our extension, and from that extension, you set up your wallet. The extension is essentially like a MetaMask, right, or a Phantom wallet, or a Nova wallet, right, for those in Polkadot. With this extension, you basically set up your wallet. Oh, but it's not like any regular wallet. It's a wallet that reads social media sites and user profiles so that you can tip them. That's the difference between other wallets. So let's say you have Sacred downloaded, you have the extension on your Chrome or your Safari. You open it up and then you set up your wallet. People are familiar with creating a new wallet, saving the private keys, and then from there you fund your Sacred account, right? You could send, if you have crypto, just send the crypto to the extension, and from there you go to any website that you want and go to any content that you like. Let's say I like this page by Toronto DAO, and it loads automatically on the Sacred extension website or extension, and then I can tip it from the extension itself. And then all I need to do to let you know that you got tipped, Matt, is just send you a direct message.
And you said that already, that you don't need to be a part of Sacred to receive tips, but I imagine eventually they'd have to do it to get the money.
If you're a creator and you're getting tipped a bajillion times, I would suggest having Sacred. I would really suggest and promote having Sacred downloaded, because there are tools in there where you can easily claim funds very quickly. If you're just redeeming individual tips, right, like $10 here, $20 there, you don't need Sacred right away. But let's say you're new to this thing, you don't want to download the extension. If you got tipped, go to the page where the tip exists, and then prove that you own your social account, and then the tip will send it to any wallet that you have. Hard to say without having a live screen share, but we'll do as best we can.
No, I think you got it. You explained it well. Like I said, I went through this process myself yesterday, and I believe, based on what you said, it's similar to what I had to do.
Yeah, so I'm going to share to the space. Yeah. Oh, I just shared to the space one of our recent posts where we talked about what Sacred is. So this TLDR, this thread, has some very concise snippets of how it works and how you could like tip folks. Yeah, hopefully from there you can see what's actually going on.
All right, that's cool. All right, excuse me. So one thing you said you also wanted to talk about was Sacred IDs. So what role does that play into this?
Yeah, that is a recent thing that we put together. The Sacred IDs are how we came to it is that every time when you set up your Sacred account, right, your Sacred extension, you can pair as many social profiles in your extension. So Matt, if you had Sacred Wallet extension in your browser, you could pair your YouTube account to it, you could pair your Twitter account to it, you could pair the Toronto DAO account to it. So what that means is your extension can accept tips going to these 3 accounts. But we didn't have an easy way to manage them all previously. So what we did, the Sacred IDs are essentially, in a non-technical way, because I wish I could explain it technically just as well as my CTO can. These are constructs, right? These Sacred IDs are constructs of aggregated social logins. So what that means is, if I in the future, when I want to tip someone, I can just tip the Sacred ID, and then you could really find out what social accounts that they're associated with, right? You could create a new Matthew on Sacred, and then you could see all the social profiles uh, that are associated with it. You could also, if you were a creator and you're receiving tips, the Sacred ID manages and can do a lot of bookkeeping for all the tips that's coming in to your creator profile. I hope that explained it. It's a very new concept that we put together. I had to find an elegant way of explaining it.
And so with this, can you just manage all of your accounts with it, or is that something you haven't thought of?
The idea is, yes, you can manage all your accounts with it. Like the Sacred ID would have your multiple Twitters, your multiple YouTube accounts, right? And so that if you need to redeem your tips, you don't need to log in 5 different times, right? Like, let's say you got tipped on Twitter. Without the Sacred ID, I tip you on Twitter, right? And then you redeem the Twitter after you log in with that account. But if you want to redeem your YouTube account, you have to log out, and log in with YouTube. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. It's basically, if you correct me if I'm wrong, but if you TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, you get tipped separately on those things. You can just collect it all from one ID.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually. I mean, no one's. I don't anticipate someone tipping me, but I can imagine for like serious content creators, that could be quite convenient.
Certainly, but you know what? Let's another thing that we recently put together is how do I even say this? Previews. So you mentioned that you nobody will tip you. Well, let me tip you right now. I'm gonna tip you $1, and then I'm gonna tip you $1 in Sol. Send that tip. Make that post over here. You made a post about a fake Instagram account on your wall, right? So
yeah,
I'm gonna say, for you, be careful out there. And then I'm gonna send a tip on that as a reply to that post. And I'm gonna share this to this. I'm gonna share my tip to the space right now. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So guys, you'll see the tip coming up, and you'll see the preview. The preview spells out the name of the person who tipped and the person who received it and the amount. This is a new thing that we've developed in the last week or so. So we're making it. Before it was just a Sacred logo, but now it's like really obvious. You have money waiting for you.
And I literally just clicked claimed.
Yeah.
That was super easy.
Okay. There you go.
Especially like very little knowledge on how this works, right? And I'm just kind of able to wing it, and it's super user friendly.
Yeah. There you go. Matt, I forgot to mention something we wanted to do in this Twitter space is we're going to pick 4 people and give them 15 USD, or rather 20 Canadian for whoever stays in the end. And I'll tip them from my account. And yeah.
Oh wow!
I'll pass them.
So I was saying Anna's has been put in charge of tipping, but we did not know that. We did not know the amount. That's quite a generous amount. Thank you so much for that. So you heard this, now better stick around.
Yeah, Matt, if you could do me a favor, just help me pick 4 people, to make this as fair, I don't know what you're thinking, but like pick 4 people and I'll tip them um, uh, 20 Canadian at the end.
Awesome. Yeah. I'll definitely help keep this fair. And I kind of wish I could point myself, but I'm gonna not do that. But yeah, I just want to, like I said, I just want to reiterate. He sent me $1. I've never done this before. No, like practice, no walkthrough, and was still able to figure it out within 10 seconds. So user friendly is just it's amazing. So don't worry about getting lost in that. You also, besides Sacred, you have this special event coming up, the hike meetup. Why don't you tell us a bit about that?
So actually, that's been a collab between me and the Polka Dot crew, and I want to say a big shout out to Natty, who's also leading the community there. So we're actually planning on doing a hike around in Toronto. We're going to be hiking all the way from Eglinton Station and then walking all the way down to Brickworks, and we're going to do that on a Saturday, hopefully. And oh my god, it's going to be really good. Oh yeah,
yeah, like you're going to go on the belt line and then through the cemetery and then
oh, you're good.
Yeah, because I live at Yonge and Eglinton, right? So
yeah, you're very good. So yeah, like for those in this chat, or rather this space, like we're gonna make some announcements soon when the loom is up, and we'll share it on all the community pages. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be walking through some woods. There will be whatchamacallit, a farmer's market at the very end where we can really hang out, and it'll be the morning, so it won't be as hot.
And I don't know if anybody ever watched Working Moms, but like I remember, I only watched one episode, but I remember she encountered a bear in the area. There are no bears, so I don't know why they put a bear there, but she encountered a bear in that hike path.
What the hell?
Yeah, okay. I would like to iterate. There are no bears. I don't know why the show put it there. I'm just saying that part was in the show.
That is wild. I mean, you know what? Might as well just put a disclaimer, guys. Bring your bear spray.
No, but I've biked that. I've never hiked it, but I've biked it a bajillion times. So.
Oh my goodness.
It's super fun to bike down. Right. It's like a very subtle but slight downhill. So you just kind of just sit there and enjoy the ride without burning any calories.
Yeah.
But coming back up,
it's down. Really, it's mostly downhill. Yes.
Yeah, coming back up is not fun on the bike, but going down is quite enjoyable. You feel like you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah, and yeah, for anyone curious about the meetup, I didn't really specify it yet, but this will be on Luma. What I wanted to say about this hike is at Brickworks, there's shuttles that take folks to Broadview Station. So walking back up the hill is optional.
Yes, that's true. But it's all like walking back up is also not that big of a deal. I'd like to point that out. Biking is, but I've walked it up and it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, more keep an eye on the Telegram chats. It'll be on the Luma will be posted very soon.
Yeah, I look forward to it. And like I said, I live. It sounds like I live maybe 5-minute walk from where you guys are starting, so I don't even have to travel that far to get that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, will be your. I think this will be your first polka dot meetup. I suppose.
Well, I went to they had that event at Consensus. I'm actually wearing the pants.
Oh yes. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave out some pretty sweet sweatpants, and I'm currently wearing them. They're very comfortable.
Yeah, that was organized by Web Zero. They're the polka dot team were pretty cracked. They're a crack team.
And sweatpants are a good idea for swag. I think people have enough t-shirts and socks.
Yeah.
They're starting to make the transition to socks, and it was cool at first, but now I have like 20 pairs of socks.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Because like it's always good to show them off. Like the Sui ones, like the one where they had nice wavy patterns. Those were really cool to wear.
Yeah, the Sui ones are my favorite. They're a gorgeous blue color. So if you have a gorgeous blue color, then please keep giving away the socks. I will withdraw my comment for you.
Noted. It's blue's Matthew's favorite color.
It is. It is. It kind of reminds me of like the Blue Jays color, right?
Yeah, it's slightly pastel though, but yes.
But yeah, is there anything else about Sacred or the hike meetup you'd like to talk about?
I'm thinking of no, actually, I'll just leave it to the Luma. There's some ideas I want to share, but like I'd rather just like get people hyped up about the Luma, and then we'll take it from there. But I'm ready to tip your 4 people.
And I'm passing the mic over to you. I'll give you the honors of rewarding people.
Okay, so deal is a deal, and people that were here since the beginning until the end are new ones. They're going to be rewarded. So we have here Bitcoin Bay,
Nice.
Taylor, Nati, and Samir.
Let's do it. Okay, let's see
Yay!
Yeah, it's 1:39 right now. I want to challenge myself. Like, let's see if I can do this within 3 minutes.
Where's the sound effects?
Oh, the cha-ching sound. We never even thought about that. Let me.
Anna, do you know?
Thanks.
Do you know where the soundboard is?
There you go. I'm gonna share the chat, the space. So Bitcoin Bay got tipped first. I'm gonna go. Nadi, you're next. There we go. Tip this one. And then tip $15. And it's done. I'm gonna send the tip went through. I'm gonna send it to you, Nadi, right now. Okay, I shared it on the space, and then I'm gonna go to Samir. Samir, you're next. You made a post over here. I'm going into it. $15 goes to you.
Oh yeah, make sure to post your tips, guys.
Yeah, thanks. And then all right, got it. Send the tips. Confirm send. All right. Samir, you got it.
Awesome. I can't find the soundboard.
Well, I got one more person. Taylor, last but not least, coming right up. $15. Go. Joining. Ta-da! And then sharing it to the space. There we go, guys. Promises made, promises kept. There you go.
There you go.
15 USD, but that's Did I miss anybody?
I don't think so.
Sweet.
Yeah, I guess briefly raise your hand if you did not get the tip that you were promised.
Samir, Taylor, Bitcoin Bay, Natty, if you got it, if you didn't get it, let me know or let us know.
But yeah, I mean, let's stick around just for a couple minutes. And please make sure to, if someone raises their hand, they might need help. So give them speaking abilities in case they need to be guided quickly.
Sure.
But yeah, this has been fun. I've learned a lot. Like I just have, like I said, congratulations on all the work you've done. Like what I experienced last year and what I experience now, it's completely different, and I'm very impressed. So congratulations to you and your team.
Yeah, that I also want to say, like, you guys have been like reposting some of our stuff, liking some of the stuff, and you guys also um, help us in other ways too. So like that kind of that support from you guys at Toronto DAO, like really like helped us through like some really like tough times with building things. So I also want to say big gratitude to you.
Oh, thanks. That means a lot, and we can't wait to see what you're building in the future. I know you're hoping to do a raise soon, so I wish you all the luck with that. Because imagine what you accomplished before the raise. I just can only imagine what you'll accomplish after.
Thanks, Matt. That really appreciate that statement.
Yeah.
And yeah, like when that happens, we'll take you guys for the ride.
Awesome.
Let you know.
Yeah, so we're just gonna wrap things up here. There's the last chance if anybody needs a bit of help claiming their tip, please raise your hand. But other than that, this has been an amazing like catch up with okay, sorry. But this is I got distracted. I thought it was related to this. But yeah, this has been an amazing catch up with Lisan, who's been with us for a while, and he's able to tell us all the latest updates. And yeah, that's been yeah. I'm gonna start over. But my name's Matthew. We do this thing every week, so make sure to come back for next week. And I wish everyone has a nice weekend up ahead. Take care, everyone.
Yeah, have a good one, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Lisan. Thanks, Matthew.